part of the problem with reading on your phone is that when you move away from it, everything is it's hard to adjust. There we go. All right, now we're going. Nice. Okay. All right. Hello, Irene. Welcome. We're continuing our meditations for this week on the Torah portion Lech Lecha, which is which really is the moment that monotheistic religion begins. What you want to say? Abraham goes off and discovers that there is only one God in the culture that thought that there were many. And he's drawn by God, and Lech Lecha is what we talked about yesterday. What does that mean? Go for yourself, go with yourself, go by yourself, go to yourself. But then we have the definition of what it means to go for yourself, or to yourself, or with yourself, or by yourself. And there's three things that the Torah portion signifies, define really beginning new. Hello, Susan. And it is from your father's house, from your land, and from the place, hello, Valerie, from the place that you were born. Actually, the order is from where you were born, from your land, from your father's house. And one might say that that it's kind of coming in like this, like from where you were born is kind of this, the earth, right? It could be. And then from the land is this place. And then finally, it's very specific to you. So it goes from everybody that was born, everyone that lives in the place, to your father's house. And when you think about what it means to move forward, and that's how I'm defining what Lech Lecha is. Move forward. Go for yourself. Go to yourself. Go with yourself. Go by yourself. But go. And if you're going to go, there's three things that you kind of have to overcome. From the place where you were born. Let's take that as everything you've learned when you were a child, right? From that place you were born. What you learned about when you were a small person, that has stayed with you and maybe kept you from moving forward. Then, secondly, from your land. So it's like the culture in which you live right now. What are the ways in which the place where you live specifically is keeping you from moving forward, keeping you where you are? Perhaps it's your job, perhaps it's your neighborhood, perhaps it's where you live and you're not able to leave that place just yet. And then finally, from your parents' house. I think that one is, are you you because of you? Or are you you because somebody else thinks you should be that? I guess most specifically, it's like, there's these things we have in our mind. In theater, it's called a private audience. And most of the time, It's relatives or like parents, siblings, it can be friends. But who is it that influences the decisions that you make? Who is it that's kind of in your mind when you think, oh, should I do this? Can I go here? Can I leave here and start anew in another place? Who is it that enters into your mind when you think about that? That would be that voice that's saying, no, you shouldn't do that, or absolutely, go for it. Which is the mind that is helping you or hindering you, that happens to be influential in a lot of the decisions that you make, because we all have those people. Sometimes those people are still alive and sometimes they're not. I would imagine that most of the time they are people that are kind of influential in your life right now. And the reason why we take that into consideration is because maybe we need that approval from that specific person, and that we may not act because we're thinking about one specific person who may have one kind of judgment about one thing, and therefore we don't do it. So those three things, I think, all are the places we have to overcome in our own minds in order to move forward in our lives and to do kind of what we need to do today and tomorrow, but that we may not do because we have these obstacles that get in our way. So once again, those three things is mimoladetcha, from where you were born, kind of like what's become ingrained in you. And by the way, this isn't necessarily anyone's fault. I know this sounds like it's kind of like, oh, leave behind what you were taught when you were a child by your parents and your guardians and whoever it is that took care of you, your teachers. But this is more like, I have certain idiosyncrasies that are specifically to me, or anxieties. And maybe I could say, okay, I'm going to blame those on this other person, trying to accept all of my anxieties. And those things are kind of ingrained in me from the time that I was little. So first we have to overcome those things that are ingrained as our habits, maybe. Secondly, we have to think about kind of the culture in which we live. So kind of the society where we are living. Does that affect us at all? Or our surroundings? Am I hindered by, I'm just thinking, for example, if I wanted to leave here, but I can't because I'm underwater in my house, and that's keeping, it's not true, but if I was underwater, whether I would sell it, I would actually lose money instead of make money on it. So it's not time to do that. Or, it could be that I'm in a place in my job where it's like, I want to go, but I can't because, I don't know, I'm under contract, or I'm in the middle of a project, or this isn't the right time. There may never be the right time to move forward in our lives if that's what we need to do at any particular time. And then the third one are those voices and people that hinder us or help us. But I think specifically the ones we have to overcome are the ones that hinder us. Because if they're supportive voices, then we may end up doing what we need to do. So I guess those are the things I would say are the three ways, according to the Torah portion, on a spiritual level, that we have to overcome as we're called to move forward in our lives. So let's go quiet. Let's get our breathing in. Bring ourselves from the world of go, go, go and do, and bring it to let's just be. Let's just be still and quiet. And our mind's going to take us away, but let's be kind to ourselves and accept that our mind's going to take us away. And not be judgmental about it. Just bring yourself back to your breath. So we're just breathing normal. If you need to take a deep breath, by all means, we're just breathing normal. We're feeling our breath go in and out. And we're just allowing everything to be just as it is for now. Even if you tried to fix it, the next 20 minutes you're not going to fix. So let's just be. Let's not do anything. Accept. Concentrate on our breath. Feel the cold air through your nose. The warm air coming out. As we begin our last several minutes together, it's Wednesday. We ask for two feelings in the middle of our week. May I feel luminous? May I feel loved? May I feel luminous? May I feel loved? And with each breath, offer yourself one of these feelings. Put it out there into the universe. May I feel luminous. May I feel loved. Luminous is to be filled with light, to shine light, to glow light, to be enlightened. And to feel loved. It's one thing to be loved, but another to feel loved. So we ask for these feelings that I hope all of us have at some point. May I feel luminous. May I feel loved. May I feel luminous and loved. May I feel luminous. May I feel loved. May I feel luminous and loved. You can say it out loud, you can whisper it, you can just say it in your mind. May I feel luminous. May I feel loved. If you'd like to invite someone to be in front of you in your mind's eye and offer to them, you may do so. Someone you love, someone you barely know, or someone you're having difficulty with. May you feel luminous. May you feel loved. May you feel luminous. May you feel loved. May you feel luminous. May you feel loved. And then we just bring it back to ourselves. May I feel luminous. May I feel loved. May I feel luminous. May I feel loved. May I feel luminous and loved. And then just finish with a true concentration on our final breaths. Feel your stomach fill with air. Feel the air leave. Feel it can expand and contract with each breath. Follow all the way to the end of the breath. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you were able to find some stillness and peace. May you feel luminous, and may you feel loved. May you have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you tomorrow.